pressure cooking, and today I'm gonna whip up an awesome taco pie made in the Ninja Foodi. The first step is I'm going to saute some meat. I got about 2 pounds of organic grass-fed beef, and we're gonna just make our own little taco seasoning. Once this starts to get a little sizzling and brown, I'm gonna add in my seasoning and we'll go from there. All right, so about midway through your saute mode, which I do have it on high by the way, and I just do a continuous stir, and I use my spurtle, which is great for the ceramic pot. You do not wanna use anything sharp because you definitely will scratch the bottom of your pot. So just break up that meat, and I am not using a traditional taco seasoning mix. I'm going to make my own, which is going to consist of some Frank's Red Hot sauce. You should always have this on hand. Just gonna do a little sprinkle here and there. A little bit of cumin. Just a dash of red cayenne pepper. It's a little spicy, so be careful. A little bit of white ground pepper. And a smidge of sea salt. Now you can use a traditional taco seasoning mix or just make up your own. You just want something with a little bit of a kick and some flavor on that ground beef. So we'll mix that all up. You can give it a taste, see if you need a little bit of more seasoning, which I can tell. I'm gonna add in some more Frank's Red Hot sauce. This is not only great on chicken wings, it's awesome on everything. We'll mix that up. We'll make sure it gets nice and brown and sauteed, and then we're gonna start our taco pie. As you can see, we have an awesome simmer going on. That only took about a total of maybe 10 minutes at the most. All the flavors are in. Smells delicious. Yum. And now comes the fun part. We're gonna arrange our taco pie. And instead of removing this meat from the pot, I'm just gonna work right from the inside of the pot until all the meat is in the taco pie. I am leaving some aside for myself because I'm doing keto and I can't have those tortilla shells, but I can certainly enjoy this with a salad and some cheese and sour cream and all that good stuff. So let's get to making our taco pie. Okay, now for the fun part. I kept the meat in the pot as I mentioned, and I'm just going to use my slatted spurtle to scoop it in my pan. I'm using a 2-in-1 7-inch springform pan. This is great not only for cheesecakes, but taco pies, meatloafs, regular cakes, lasagnas, pretty much anything you can think of to get creative with. And then the pan also comes with the bundt portion, which is great for beautiful cakes with the pretty pattern, and French toast and monkey breads and more. All right, so I'm using a tortilla shell, flour tortilla for fajitas. You can, find these anywhere in your grocery store. If you couldn't find this size, you can use larger and then just kind of have it, wrap up on the side of the pan. That is fine as well, but I like using the exact size. So I'm just gonna lightly spray the bottom of my pan with non-stick butter spray. I'm gonna use my first tortilla. And for this taco pie, I am layering it with refried beans, which I will just spread thin on the bottom of my first tortilla. Do not worry about being so precise or neat unless you are Definitely one of those OCD people that you have to make sure that it is perfect. I am not one of them because when it bakes, it all spreads out. All right, so just a thin layer of that. Then the meat. You can flatten it out as you go. A little bit of rotel with some green peppers. Rotel comes in several flavors and options, so whatever one you like. They have regular, spicy, cilantro. Okay. And then a little bit of cheese. And we're just gonna repeat this process until we get to the very top. But you see how you just press it down and then do the same process. Repeat. Usually I can get about a 5-layer taco pie out of this. We're on 2 now. It will go all the way to the top. And then we are gonna bake this in the Ninja Foodi. And trust me, your family will absolutely love this delicious taco pie. It will be on your weekly menu or bi-weekly. Repeat. You see when you press it down, it all spreads out. Make it as flat as you can. Of course, make sure you have clean hands. Although we never know what happens behind the scenes of a restaurant. You can only imagine. And we're still here to talk about it, so. Have to make sure I save myself some so I can enjoy all the same flavors without the tortillas. Now I've made this recipe many times in the Instant Pot, but I've never made it in the Ninja Foodi, so this is the first time. And I'm really looking forward to it because at the end, I'm gonna bake that cheese right on top. I'm gonna put it on air crisp. This might be our last layer. I used 1 can of 15-ounce refried beans. You can also use black beans or no beans, whatever way you want to get creative or that you think your family will enjoy it, then by all means, make it that way. I am gonna have plenty of hamburger meat left. I did make 2 pounds, but the nice thing about hamburger meat is you can always freeze it if you don't eat it and you wanna make a big batch of it to have your taco pies or soups or chili in the future. That definitely works. It only takes 10 minutes to saute, and I barely have any mess, no grease on the stove. It is wonderful. A little bit more cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Okay, last layer. All right, and what I'm gonna do on top here is just layer it all with some yummy shredded Mexican style cheese. And why not a little bit of Frank's hot sauce? Just a dibble. Well, that's more than a dibble, or a dabble, or a do-ya. All right, now we're ready for the Ninja Foodi. Let's see. All right, so I did put my pan on a trivet with handles, and I actually added more cheese because I didn't like the way that dibble dabble droplets looked. I want it to look pretty. So I'm just gonna lower it down in the Ninja Foodi. We are going to use the air crisp lid down. We're going to do it for 15 minutes at 350. I'm gonna hit start. Here, I'm gonna show you. Alrighty, so I am going to hit power on. We are going to do air crisp, and I'm gonna kick that down to 350, and my time will be for, I'm gonna say 15 minutes. That meat is already cooked, so it's just warming, bringing all those flavors together, getting that cheese nice and bubbly, and we'll see you in 15 minutes. And also a note, you can wrap the bottom of your pan with foil to prevent leakage. Do as I say, not as I do. I don't do it because I really don't mind if it gets a little leakage into the Ninja Pot or Instapot, whatever I'm using. Now, if it was the oven, that's another story, but see you back in 15 minutes. After 7 minutes, let's check on it. It's looking pretty golden and bubbly. I think I'm gonna add more cheese. All right, so I'm back. After I put that second layer of cheese on, I only did it for 1 minute. So the total was actually 8 minutes, guys. It didn't need 15. That's the beauty of the Ninja. You can check on your food and see how it's doing. But this really just needed a nice little heat through. And we're gonna put that on a plate. We're gonna let it cool. But it looks pretty beauteous once I release that springform pan. We're gonna top that with some salsa and lettuce and sour cream, and we're gonna manja. I'll show you how it looks when it's cut. So let's do a little release-a-rooney here and see what we have. Cool down for about 5 minutes. Wow. That's quite a taco pie. Let's cut into it. It's nice and firm and dense. Have your shredded lettuce and sour cream ready. A little bit of salsa. Let's see what it looks like. That is quite picture perfect. Enjoy. Thanks everyone for joining me. Debbie Dews here from Home Pressure Cooking. I hope you enjoyed this recipe of the taco pie in the Ninja Foodi. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell, and every time I come on or have a new video, you will be the first to know. Also, feel free to join my Ninja Foodi group where we are making some amazing meals and learning so much all together, because most of us are all newbies too. So come on over and join us, and thanks for joining me here on my YouTube channel. See you later. Bye.